As we see Van Messian lagging here just a bit. Is everyone lagging?
Yeah, okay.
Oh.
It looks like everything is back to normal. Everyone's loaded up. We should be starting any second now.
Yeah, but in case someone is playing on his or her calculator, this might take just a bit more time. I'd like to thank all of you wonderful viewers here, as Mr. Twidner will do the intros.
Mr. Kudnu will certainly do so. On the right side, the evil side of this map, is our pink Terran, the player from BTK, the Saudi clan. It is Van Messian. And on the left side, the good side, the blue Terran Stem is here. Winner of our first game, leading the series 1-0, looking to close it out in the second match and make his way to the next round. And the winners, we were kind of quiet this time around in our shoutouts and so forth.
Sorry, I didn't catch you there.
I said we missed out on our shoutouts to all the people who helped us make this happen, such as Gaming420.
Oh yeah, Gaming420, of course. Gaming420 is the #1 site for all esport related events and news for the MENA region. Go to their website, create an account, and see what is going. Oh dear. I think
Okay, so Van Messian unfortunately did lag out, and it looks like we will have to have a remake here.
well, why did he lag out?
I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. Maybe his connection is.
So yeah, I think.
Oh, so he didn't lag out. He
No,
had
there
a
were
misclick.
just.
Okay, a misclick, and he.
Well, there was
he
too
left.
much lag.
Yeah, it was very laggy. And we will have a remake of the second game. Okay, so
Did you want to host it real quick?
sure.
Yeah. So yeah, Twidner will just recreate the map for us. Kind of difficult to play if it lags so much, and as a Wolfman did so last game, it becomes a pain for the players, but now we're back. It's only going to be the two of them, the two of us, and it is going to be great. They will choose their favorite colors. That'll be blue and pink, I believe.
Van Messian usually with the pink.
Yep.
Just checking to see that both players are ready, and we should be starting soon. Okay, so here we go. Hopefully second time's a charm this time around. The countdown has begun. A TVT, winter's favorite matchup. We are here in round number 3, I believe, of the StarCraft 2 Weekly Cup, meaning number 9, on GSL dual site. And this time looks like they might have switched sides. On the right side, the dark side, it is the purple Terran Stem, the winner of our first game. And on the left side, the good side, it is Van Messian from Team BTK in Saudi Arabia as the pink Terran.
Yeah, that is absolutely right. Van Messian, he has wonderful timing attacks.
Lots of one base all-ins.
Oh, correct. He loves his little.
Very technical, but
very effective.
very risky. Yeah.
He does like his little Banshee harass and then come in with about 2 tanks and about 12 Marines and then just roll over his opponent to get his opponent upset, and of course to find the GG key on the keyboard, and then moving on to game 2. Let's see what he has worked out for this map and match. Indeed, like I said, Stem, he's on the UAE national team, and shortly I believe we will be having a few more matches in the country versus country championships. Of course, we lost both friendlies against Austria and Poland, but it did give us some experience. And well, I just hope we don't come in last. That's our goal, and I'm sure we're not going to do that at all. But enough of that. Back to the game here, as it is an absolute 100% mirror matchup at the 2-minute and 15-second mark.
That's right, winners. The only difference I see is that Mezian took his gas slightly earlier, a few seconds earlier, and he also has decided against the walling in at the front with the racks. Stim, on the other hand, decided to do so with that racks positioned on the ramp right next to the supply depot. His gas is complete now, and looks like both players, slightly different timings, but are going for the exact same thing. Orbital command for both players, as well as the first Marine. And what do you predict here, winners? Will we see Van Mezian going for Banshees once again?
Well, Van Mezian did not decide to wall in, and there, as we see a reactor, I will definitely doubt that we will see Banshees there. I would more opt for a bio play here from him. Although he's taking a second gas now, I will personally, from my point of view, what I've seen from him, the matches I've observed, he likes to mix in a nice number of marine, bio, as well as a mech, although he doesn't favor the Marauder too much. It's more the marine type stuff that he likes. But let's see, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm not, as both players are throwing up their factories right now, still pretty similar in retrospect, but there are a few deviations now in their build.
That's right. Looks like Stim has opted to go for the earlier factory, whereas Van Mezian has gone for the reactor on the racks first. Of course, 2 gas geysers for both players. Mezian, of course, with both now operational, whereas Stim only finished his second, just the second. And looks like Stim has gone for the starport. So if he adopts a tech lab, no, looks like no Banshees from him, or at least maybe not yet.
Well,
on the other hand, Mezian's factory is done,
yeah,
and he is also building a starport. So we still not very clear what will be coming from both players.
Yep, but I think I was wrong, as now there's the tech lab on the factory. So maybe there will be a bit of Banshee play from him. But let's not speculate enough, because speculation is never good. You should only talk about what you know. And right now we know that the factory has moved and the starport will receive the add-on.
Alright, Stim, on the other hand, has decided to go for siege tanks with his factory and tech lab, and is also building a Viking. So he's definitely going for the more standard play, Marine, Viking, and tanks. One of the very popular unit compositions, especially in the first days of StarCraft 2. Mezian, on the other hand, going for a Banshees, but looks like no cloak will be on the way for him, as he is using his gas to get a siege tank out. Lots of Marines for him, though, thanks to the reactor. Hellion here tries to poke in for Stim, but is rejected by a handful of Marines.
Well,
and,
Stem as
no
well.
No command center yet for either player.
Well, Stem, he's getting a Raven here. Very interesting indeed.
Oh, great choice. I think he might have seen. I just want to take a look at his view.
No.
Yeah, he did see it.
Oh, he did
see. Yeah, with that Hellion, it made its way all the way up to the ramp. So he did spot the tech lab on the starport, and he obviously predicts that Banshees, possibly cloaked Banshees, are on the way. But I feel more and more like Mezian is going for that very deadly 1-1-1 timing, which he has done previously. That's one base all-in with the tanks, Marines, and Banshees.
Yeah, and there it is. There's a clump of Marines there, but I like the fact that Stem did get his Raven out there, but he will not see this push coming, as the Hellion did not have the watchtower here.
Yeah, none of the players really had any control of the watchtowers. Very odd considering the caliber of both players. I guess the whole situation has made them a little nervous what's happening. But Mezian isn't going all in here, as he is himself also taking command center. So it looks like this is just a timing attack to try to get them to try and defend as much as possible, while take his base. Raven out now with the Vikings, so they'll be able to hopefully counteract those Banshees. But those two siege tanks on the lower ground winners, they are very, very, very well placed. Very strategic placement by Mezian, as he's essentially locked Stim to his own base, inside his own base.
Yeah, I think the Viking could be a bit more aggressive here.
That's right. No Vikings from Mezian, so it means the skies are for the taking. Stim should probably pump out more Vikings here and try to take out the Banshees, as they are the ones doing the damage and giving vision for the tanks. One Rex has been taken out, and I think Mezian has played his cards very, very well here, as his expansion is now going to be up and running, whereas Stim has an idle command center, pumping out SCVs, but not being able to move to the lower ground and take the expansion.
Yeah, but now with siege mode completing here by Stem, he's able to push his opponent back. Stem, he managed to get his orbital command inside his base. Van Mezian, though, he has his own at the natural already, so he's mining. He has a slight economic advantage, economic lead, as well as a slim supply lead of about 6 at this point. So the match is still quite open here, as we have one Marine and an SCV here. They're kind of hanging out.
I'd like to point out, though, that Stim is ahead in the worker count. He does have 35 SCVs compared to 32 for Mezian. So in that regards, he is doing okay. But I don't think that really makes much of an advantage here. It gives him much of an advantage here, as the attack by Mezian did delay the command center for quite a bit. I think the game will settle down quite a bit now, as both players will macro up, try to get their economies up and running, and I think we're up for a long game, winners.
Well, thank God, long TVTs are so much fun, and the longer the game goes on, decision making will be more critical. And I'd like to point out, Stem had to call down 2 supply drops here at the back of his mineral line, so that's 2 mules that he lost, or at least 2 potential scans.
That always hurts, winners, when you realize you have no choice but to drop down that supply. It's always painful to do. I hate it when I have to do so in my matches, and I can only imagine a player in this caliber of Stim having to do so. But he is getting a very early third now, so looks like he is trying to get back his economic advantage. And looks like Mezian is just pumping out units, trying to maybe go for some kind of attack very soon here, as both players are getting Stim and +1 for their Marines.
Yeah, so let's see what is going to happen here. Both Stem, he is getting his 2 gases a bit later here, as we see Van Mezian going to try and push out yet again. A medevac is in the mix, 2 Vikings, 2 Banshees, and a single Marauder here at the back. He will feel a bit like a stranger in paradise, but that is okay. And let's see what Van Mezian is going to do here. Van Mezian, remember, he is down 1 game. He's also currently supply blocked here. No combat shields for him, +1 on the way. And if he can get rid of that 3rd here, that would be quite good.
Alright, looks like we have a little Viking engagement here. Stim with a little more invite, but no, those Marines should go back on hold position. I think Stim should try to abuse his Viking advantage here, maybe throw out exactly those point defense drones, giving his Viking even more of an edge here. 3rd base now complete for Stim. Looks like he is trying to move it down to that 3rd. And looks like Mezian is comfortable with just camping out outside the natural here. And what can Stim do, winners? Should he try and go for a drop, maybe? Should he try and take a 3rd without Mezian knowing, maybe some other location?
Well, I don't think Stem needs to do much at it. He is ahead, and it is for Mezian to do something here.
You think so? You think Stim is more ahead in this situation?
Yeah, I
What's the worker count like? Okay, 51 to 44. So he does have a little bit of edge. I think he lost a few now. Yeah, look at this, winners. We missed a Banshee attack at the back of the mains mineral line here. Banshees were able to take out quite a few SCVs.
Yep.
and actually quite a bit of SCVs.
12.